sadly. There was no more composition from that side. At least I don't spend more time here. I carry on to where I want to go, but I wanted to get one more. Another thing, the sun is coming out actually, as you can see, which leads to some problem with hot spots on the shots. Might lead to some more interesting, vibrant colors, but it's not really what I'm looking for. So hopefully that when I get there, the sun is still not shining in that direction, even though there is much more light. So let's carry on. Decided to take a brief pit stop now, and before passing through the most difficult part of this hike, which is this tree that has fallen over the rocks. So this part is a little bit complicated because of the amount of rocks on the water, with the added danger of having the tree on the top. There is some areas that you really have to squeeze yourself under the tree, which is quite scary because it's an old dead tree. Yeah? I don't know how long. It's covered in moss, and there is already plants growing from it, so it's a bit dangerous as well. So there's always this there's always this fear that it might crack, but hopefully not when I'm under it. So anyway, I will continue the rest of the walk, and it seems that what I said before, what I was hoping before, it's going to turn out to be true, which is sporadic sunlight shining through the clouds, and still sometimes that I can get some soft light on the plants to avoid those hot spots that can be on the the surface, and it's really hard for you to take care of it on post. But yeah, let me continue. Most likely you're not gonna hear from me until I pass this because it's a bit complicated to film and come back. But yeah, I had my lunch now, and I'm ready to continue. So let's do this.
I was going deeper and deeper inside of the forest, and it's noticeable how much more packed with trees it is. Incredible woodland among rocks and water. As I mentioned before, you can see the sunspots. They became more and more apparent, and even though I bracketed for 5 exposures, it was still very contrasted, making it difficult for me to process this shot. All in all, it's a photograph that I quite enjoy. Very epic, getting a lot of the landscape, but still very calming. I wish that the processing would be a little bit better, but you cannot get everything at once. I went for a more intimate shot of the previous photo. I wanted to simplify the whole scene and isolate it just with a bit of the fern and the tiny stream. I appreciate how much more zen and peaceful it is compared to the more chaotic, wide shot from before. And because this shot has lots of structure, I converted it to black and white to see if it would look better that way. Another difficult post-processing session with this one, but now I managed to keep the highlights intact. What I wanted from this shot was to have the feeling of discovery when you see something for the first time, behind the trees, bit obscured by the vegetation. This is my favorite one. I also find that it works really well in black and white. What do you guys think? You guys prefer the first or the second one? Let me know in the comment box below.
So after a long hike, at least 3 hours of shooting and walking and going under some fallen trees, I arrived at the location, but I have to say that it's not exactly how I thought it would be. I find the composition very difficult. There's too many things happening. Fallen trees, rocks, waterfall, vegetation, everything. And the waterfall is quite high actually, so it's very pretty, don't get me wrong, this is an amazing location. It's quite a lot if you want to do the epic landscape where you get everything. It's hard to make it work. You have to spend a long time here, and I already used my daily allowance to come out to photograph, and I should have been home already like 1 hour ago or 2 hours ago. But it is a very beautiful place. It's just that it's hard to find a proper way to photograph this. I need to come back here early in the morning or late in the afternoon. It's just that today has been perfect because I didn't see any tourists here. It's also a very difficult place to get to. But it went smooth. It's not windy, it's not raining, so it's quite a nice day to come out to photograph. But then it's also sunny like hell, so it makes it even, it's one more thing to have to deal with on the top of everything else. So it is very pretty. Jesus, I shouldn't be complaining. It's just that maybe if I spend more time, trying to get it to work, maybe I'll get something, but I don't know. It's a shame. Hopefully I got something on the way here, but I have to be back here. The issue is that when the sun is shining like this, then you have spots on the woods or on the ferns, or that they are super bright. They very much create this very strong contrast of light and shadows, especially when the waterfall is so dark. Like everything around the waterfall is dark. It's an issue. Now the light is going out a bit, so I'll try to get a shot and see if I can get around this. Yep, quick up. That window of time where the clouds were covering a little bit more of the sun, it went away, but I have to be prepared, so I'm gonna put the vlogging gear down and get ready to pounce when the time comes. So yeah, let's wait then. There's nothing much to do. I've been waiting here for like half an hour or something, and the cloud cover is not enough to block the sun for a longer period, so it smooths out all of the light. So yeah, sadly I will have to get going back home. If I can come back here another day, but it's a shame because it takes such a long time and it's quite a rough hike. But it was fun anyway. It's just at the time it took forever to get here. Maybe next time I'm not gonna be stopping so much to take drone shots and photographs and whatnot. It's just gonna be a straight walk here. But at the same time, I find the location a bit difficult to shoot. I'm still not very sure how to take this shot. There's too much going on, as I said before. But there is this dead tree right in the center of the composition, and that leads the eye to the waterfall. But then nothing to anchor on the sides. It's a bit too big. The waterfall is a little bit. The waterfall depth a little bit bigger on the right side than on the left side, so yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not feeling it, you know. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, right? All of those things, and wait a little bit more for the post-processed. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna get going. It was a nice hike, but sadly the main star of the show, it didn't pan out. But it's okay, I think I got other shots. Hang around a little bit more so I can show you the processed photos. And if you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, all of that. And the photos, they're gonna be in their full glory on the description box below in an album that I have on my website. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone. Yeah, bye.
And finally, the shot that I came here for. But this one was also not without its problems. And finally, the shot that I came here for. But it was also not without its problems. Waterfall was very tall, difficult to get everything in the same shot, and a bit windy because of the power of the water. The highlights were also very wild. I had to massage this file heavily to try to get everything under control, but I am a little bit underwhelmed by the result. I have to say that I prefer the other photos than this one. I will need another visit to get everything the way that I want. What do you guys think? This one or the other ones?